Hello and happy Saturday from TCC's Educational Talent Search, and this is our once a month STEM Saturday. We're so excited that you're joining us today for our February project, which is creating a robotic hand. Okay, we're so excited about this today. If you're watching this video, hopefully that means you have the February kit. It is the baggie that is filled with everything that you need for this project today. So go ahead and take that kit out and get your science space ready, and then we're going to begin. So for this project, before we get started, here's a little bit of the science behind what we're doing. It's all about the human hand. Think about your hands for a minute and think about the fact you couldn't even go a whole day without using your hands or your fingers. So the technology is that they actually are making in labs robotic hands and arms and claws that help do all the things that hands would do. So jobs that used to be all hands-on, they're of course bringing more automation and more machines into those jobs. So we're going to do a model of that with the things in your kit. A few other things about your body, just so you know. Bones give our body structure. Okay, think about if you break a bone ever, then your limbs do all sorts of things because the bone is broken. Another thing to know, an interesting fact, is that adults have 206 bones. That's something to keep in mind. Babies have 300 bones, okay? So they have more, but as they grow up, they're gonna fuse together. Some of them will. They're made out of cartilage and they become hard bone as you grow up. So when people talk about milk being so important for you, that's because of those bones that are growing and getting stronger. The last fact is that in your wrist, so think about your wrist here and all the motion, there's 8 bones there, and they make up the carpus region of your wrist and this bottom of your palm. Okay, so those are some interesting STEM facts. Let's get started with our experiment.
For your materials, make sure you have your pipe cleaners, straws, hand cutout, tape, and string. Today we are going to be building a robotic hand. So the first thing you're going to do is take the hand outline sheet that we gave you guys and cut it out. It's really simple, just trace the lines when cutting. And then the next thing you're going to do is cut 12-inch pieces of string or twine. So you're going to use the string that's in your bag, and it's going to be 12 inches, and you're going to cut 5 of them, 1 for each finger and your thumb. And then after that, you're going to cut the pipe cleaner into 5 pieces about this size, and you should have some left over afterwards that we'll use. And then you're going to also cut your straws into 1-inch pieces. You'll need 3 pieces per finger and then 2 pieces for the thumb. And then you'll also need a 2-inch piece of straw that we're going to use at the bottom of the hand later on. And you'll also need some tape, and then obviously a pair of scissors to cut these things out. So if you haven't gotten a chance to cut out all your materials yet, go ahead and pause the video and cut those things out. So now that you've cut out all of your items, you are going to tape the pieces of straw to the hand. And on the hand, there are lines. So like I said, there's 3 per finger and then 2 on the thumb. So we're going to just simply tape them on. Like so. And if they're a little bit too long, then you can trim them down so that they're not too big on your hand. The next step you're going to do after taping on all of your pieces of straw, some of them, as you can see, I had to cut down to be a little bit shorter than the 1-inch pieces like in the directions, but it just depends on your spacing, but you just want there to be a little bit of a gap between all of the straws. The next thing you're going to do is take your pieces of string and you're going to tie them to your pipe cleaners, your 1-inch pieces of pipe cleaner. And what you're going to do is just tie them in a knot, but tie them kind of in the middle of the pipe cleaner. like so. And you're going to repeat this step with all of the pipe cleaners that you have. Now that you have tied all of the string around the pipe cleaners, you are then going to fish the string through the straws, like so, for each finger. And as you see, the reason we tied the pipe cleaner on top is to hold it. So you're going to do that for each finger. And then for each finger, you're also going to put it through the 1 2-inch straw at the bottom of the hand. And you can use that longer piece of pipe cleaner to help push through the string, because sometimes it can be rather hard to get through. So you're just going to keep doing this with all of the fingers until the hand is full. So after you have fed the string through all of the straws and through the bottom straw, you can either tie it in a knot, or if you don't have enough string to tie it in a knot, I just taped it to the rest of the pipe cleaner that we had left, just so it doesn't pull back through and unravel your whole thing. And if you pull on your string, your fingers should curl like a hand. And if they aren't curling correctly like a hand, you can retape your straws and maybe make longer pieces of string if that's what you need. But that's what your finished product is going to look like.